I call the homies and I'm like, yo, he's out of town. But what if we had a party at his house? Do you think? And like because we can clean up. I know we can clean up. That's one thing we're not going to do is like leave it a mess, right? And everybody's like, right. I'm like, yeah. So I call him, put on my sympathetic good boy voice, like, hey, hey, I hope everything's going good with the fam. He's like, what the fuck are you calling me for? And I'm like, can I have a party at your house? And he's like, you know where the keys are. And I'm like, so I put together a list of everybody I want to invite. And I'm like, yo, just throw her on there. We just graduated high school. Who cares? Just ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. We might never see her again. She's going to like BYU or some shit. And we're just putting like randos on the list. People we've always wanted to hang out with that like when we went to high school with, but we like weren't close with. Put them on there. Put them on the list. What about this person? They're already in college. Put them on the list. What about this person? They're still in high school. Put them on her on the list. And it just becomes this huge ass list in my notebook. So yeah, we got this list of people in my notebook and we're just calling them. I have everyone's number. I've had the same phone number since I was fucking 12. I was one of those little kids that got a phone in 7th grade and I thought I was so cool. But I've saved all the contacts. I have everyone's number ever. And we're just hitting them up. And nobody is saying no to this. Like every single person is like, all right, what's the address? And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, what's the address? Dude, we're calling in anybody we can think of to get alcohol. I don't know, call his friend that friend that we don't know that goes to the Center Grove. The dude that goes to Southport that we saw that one time like 14 years ago at the Indy 500. Yeah, call him. Dude, and everything's working. We've got people we've never seen. We got people showing up from other schools. You know when somebody makes like a parking lot in their yard because they live by the stadium? Like you go to a college football game and somebody just like a guy actually lives by the stadium and he's like renting out spots. That's what it was. Park right here. We had like a guy on like parking duty. And that shit went down. No, we didn't get in trouble because it was like far, it was like away. It was like in the country a little bit. And no one got lost on the way there. People spent the night. There was like tents. There was like cots. We set up cots. There was music. There was, I don't know. There was like golf carts, like bringing people from the parking lot to the, I was like, how is this so organized? There were people like stargazing on top of the roof. There were people like in the woods, like swimming in ponds. There were people like asking each other to marry. Like it was beautiful. He had some animals. There were people like riding horses. You just look to your left, there's somebody on a fucking horse like, hey, great party. There's a bunch of random ass dogs. There's like, he had hunting dogs. We just fucking let them all free. But they didn't go anywhere. They just stayed with us and fucking licked our ankles and shit. We're like, well, this is amazing. He had like a freezer in his garage. I had like taquitos, you know? It was just like, how's this thing full of fucking frozen food that everybody wants right now? I'm going to start crying thinking about this shit. Open the fridge. There's like Yoo-Hoos. There's like Gatorade. There's water. Dude, don't you just love a family that keeps the fridge stocked? Yoo-Hoos, taquitos, chicken wings. We all knew the oven was easy to work. We didn't even stain a pan. Everybody left the next day. Nothing stolen. His Xbox was still there. No car. No, all the animals were safe, sleeping safe, like it was a nativity scene. No one was bruised. No one cheated on anyone. It was just all, dude, it was amazing. Just fucking locked it up the next morning, put the key into the fake rock, and back home we go. He was like, how was it? I was like, it was all right. Dude, this motherfucker, best friend that owned the house, wasn't even there. Something you've done that was so wrong, but felt so right.